What's up, guys? This is Ronnie with InvestWithRonnie.com. Just coming to you guys to talk about mindset. It is something I have been touching bases on for quite some time now, because I do believe that that is a very important part of when you're trying to, generate income from home or generate your own income, start an online business, only because you have to think differently. You have to realize that the difference between working for an employer is human nature to kind of just, if anything goes wrong, blame it on them, blame it on the company. But when you're trying to start an online business or make money from home, you really have to understand that you're 100% accountable for whatever results you get. Only because, if you're not being persistent or you're not taking consistent action, then you're not going to get any results. You're not going to get any results. So, not only that, just, you know, if you've if you're stuck in doubt, you're feeling like it's not for you, or you're feeling like it's not gonna work, then it's not gonna work. It's just not gonna work, because the way you think about it is pretty much how you're gonna act about it. That's the actions you're gonna take. If you don't feel like something's gonna work, then you're not gonna act like it's gonna work, and you're not gonna put in the actions to make it work. So today, that's what I want to talk a little bit about ongoing. I posted a blog post sometime last week about the book I was reading called The Secret, which talks about, you know, the mindset and, what it is that really creates the 5% of the population that has all the financial stability, what it is that they know or that they practice that the other 95% just don't get. Um, and so there's a number of books that kind of talk around that, as far as The Secret, or the mindset and law of attraction, uh, which pretty much talks about, you attract what it is that you think. And there's a number of references to support those facts. Um, just a number of books that you guys may have came across, like As a Man Thinks, that I recommended a while back, by James Allen, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, and then this recent book, The Secret, by I think her name's Sarah James or something like that. The 25 cognitive biases, which talks about, the mindset, different personalities, and things of that nature. But I saw a video the other day that kind of touched on the mindset, or the mindset, and the book that I was reading, The Secret. And it talks about the dimensions of the human being. And they say there's 3 dimensions, there's 5 dimensions. I boiled it down to be, depending on how you look at it, it could be between 5 and 8. And, what the video was talking about was the dimensions. So, the dimensions are, you have up, you have up, you have down, you have left, you have right, you have forward, and you have backward. And pretty much what that talks about is, in life, in online business, in project, any aspect that you're dealing with, you could either go up or you could go down, in the sense of, like, You know, if you start an online business, say you generate some commissions. Now, depending on what you do and how consistent you are, and you know, a number of other things, you can either scale up and make more, generate more income, or you could go down and your business could catapult based on a number of factors, whether it is the way you're thinking, whether you're starting to receive doubt in your mind, whether you're not surrounded by the right people and the negative entities are really just redirecting you in a different way, um, and causing you to lose focus on your business. In a spiritual aspect, you could go up or you could go down. You know what I mean? But it's all based off of how you think and your faith and just a whole number of aspects. But in another dimension, you could go left or you go right. Now, a number of times when you come to an obstacle or a barrier in your life or in your online business, you usually have two ways you could go. On average, you could go left or you could go right. You could go this way, you could go that way. You could go over there or you could go over there. And it's really you know, based on how you think. You know, what plays in your mind to give you the understanding of what outcome each direction can have, or which way you should go or which way you shouldn't go. And it's just that way, it's just that those voices that you hear that's talking to you, and you have one voice telling you to go up, or you have one voice telling you to go right, and you have one voice telling you to go left. And then another dimension is you could go forwards or you could go backwards. You know, a lot of times with the human nature, we tend to really deal with things that we have been through in our past, which goes with the mindset as well. Your subconscious mind holding those memories in your mind to cause you to react a certain way based on a previous experience that you've been through, that makes you think about that time, so then you react the way you would have reacted back then. And then you know, I mean, you come to that road where you're just like, man, I'm tired of this. I'm ready to move forward and just change my life, change my circumstances. And in that moment, you either make a decision to move forward with your life and create better circumstances and create better abundance and prosperity in your life, or you just continue to go backwards and backslide and fall short and have to start all over again. And then the other dimension, which I personally want to talk about, that is not mentioned quite often, is in and out. In and out. And what that means is what you take in and what you give out. And not only that, what you give out is what you attract, I believe. And the reason why I really want to touch bases on that one, because it really affects the way you think, because the way you think is what you're going to give out, and what you give out affects what you will receive, what you will attract. And what I want to touch bases on that is pretty much saying that there is I believe there's, so if you ever close your eyes and you're talking but your mouth isn't moving and you hear no sound, but you're talking, you know, say if you stop, close your eyes, say a word, but your mouth doesn't move and you hear no sound, but you know you just said something. It's that voice. And what I want to ask you is, what is that voice? That voice is your inner voice. That's your inner voice talking, giving out a signal, letting the universe and letting the higher power in which you believe in, whatever that is. I don't want to touch bases on that, but for me, that would be God, Jesus Christ, Lord and Savior, on what it is that you want, what it is that you're thinking, what it is that you are feeling, really what it is you're thinking, and what it is you have to say, what it is you want. And I feel like it connects with us. It connects with us in that voice. And whatever you give out from that voice, and whatever you say with sound from that voice, is what you will receive, what you will attract. And I actually thought about this because I don't know if you could relate, but there's been numerous times when certain things in my life just wasn't up to par, and say for whatever reason was going on at the time, say I had a bill due, or there was whatever it is. Just think of a time when you maybe had a bill due, or you really wanted something, or whether you were in between jobs and you were like, I'm gonna find a job, I have to find a job this week, I have to get an interview, whatever it is. Think back to that time and think how your whole focus was, I need to get this, or I need to obtain this, or I need this job, I need to find a job, or I need to get this bill paid. I don't know how I'm gonna get it paid. I don't know what job I'm gonna end up working at. I just know I'm gonna find a job today, or I'm gonna find a job this week, or I'm gonna get this bill paid. Like, it's no way, it's no ifs, ands, buts about it. There's no excuses. There's nothing else to say besides I'm gonna make this happen. And so when you realize the power behind that focus, and how nothing else can distract you from your ultimate goal, which is that which you have said to yourself over and over and over and over again, that begins to be a frequent thought, and it's of positivity, because you are wanting to accomplish this. Now, that energy radiates out into the universe, and I believe that as you stay persistent, that's why they say consistency is key. You have to be consistent, because as you, every day, all day, as you think about that, as you come across that thought and you say that to yourself in your inner voice, or then you're talking to someone and you say that in your outer voice, you sing that signal out to the universe. And as you stay consistent, that attraction, that entity and energy inside the universe begins to attract that circumstance, that opportunity to come closer and closer and closer and closer, to where you think back and you be like, that's crazy. Like, I really was feeling like I'll have to do that, and then it happened. But then as human nature, we fall back into the flesh of the world, and we get around certain people, we watch different certain shows, and it's just all this distraction causing our minds to be focused on the negative, or veer our attention away from what our focus was. And then that's how one moment we like, okay, I'm gonna get this bill paid, or I'm gonna get more leads, or I'm gonna have to generate a commission, and then something happens, and then that entity is coming, and it's coming, and it's coming, and it's coming, then something happens and it stops, and then it starts going, it starts going back into the universe and gathering up that current thought, or that current energy that you're thinking of, because that's where you're at right now. That's where you're at. If you consistently are worried, if you consistently are weary and thinking about your problems, and just have all of this sad and negative energy around you, that is what you're going to attract. If you're, you just gotta test it out. It's right in front of your face, man. And it's just like, that is why only a small percentage of people get what they want out of life. And then the other 95% of people are like, they're so lucky, why do they do all this stuff? And they just seem to have it all together. And it's like, okay, 9 times out of 10, nobody has it all together. 10 times out of 10, nobody has it all together. The thing I believe is that there's certain things in your life in which you are like not gonna give up. Like, it's just, you are gonna get it, and you don't care what it takes, and you believe that you actually already have it. You are just waiting to cash out. You know what I'm saying? It's like the example that the guy on the video I was watching, he was pretty much saying, like, if somebody told you that, okay, you just won $100,000, and we're gonna cut the check for you today, and then all of a sudden you're like excited, you're like, oh man, I just won $1,000, but you ain't even seen the check yet, you ain't even cashed the check yet, you just know you about to get $1,000, and then he come to you and he's like, here's your check, but on the check in fine print it says cannot be deposited or cashed out for 24 months. Now, there's two reactions you're going to have to that. The common reaction is the 95% of people that's like, man, what the heck? Like, I don't even know if I'm going to be alive tomorrow. What I'm going to do with this? I might move and lose it or something. You know what I mean? That's the negative thoughts that causes you to attract that negative energy to where you probably will lose it. You probably will end up moving and losing it and not get the cash. But then there's that other percent that is like, oh well, at the end of the day, it's still my money. You know what I mean? I know I got it. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna change the way I feel because I'm not able to cash it right now. That's instant gratification. Things in life takes consistency, perseverance, discipline, and it takes patience. So at the end of the day, what are you causing yourself to think that is causing you to attract what it is that you are attracting? And that's why I believe that, you know, we actually can demand certain things. We actually can demand certain things to come into our life with our thoughts and by connecting with our higher power, as long as it's something of positivity. You know what I mean? I say, you know what I mean? God says, ask, ye ask, believe, you shall receive. You know, he says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he, in Proverbs. And I just believe that if we are doing anything of greatness or wanting to accomplish anything of greatness when it comes to our life, then I believe we can have it. A lot of people want financial stability. A lot of people want better relationships. A lot of people, you know, they want something. There's an area in your life in which you want something, but you lose focus on that thing that you want to accomplish. And at the end of the day, I believe that it's our inner voice and the way we think that allows us to either obtain those things or not obtain those things. And I believe it's that inner voice because in the beginning there was a voice amongst the earth. There was a voice amongst the earth. And God said. You hear that in the Bible all the times. God said, God said. And I believe that we can actually ask God and ask the universe and demand things in abundance and prosperity into our lives, but we have to stay focused in attracting that entity and that energy to come into our lives and not be so focused on how rather than knowing, because that is where it relates to the Bible again. Unwavering faith. When you know, like, I'm gonna get this bill paid, although you know in the back of your mind, like, I don't know where I'm gonna get the money from, but I know I'm gonna get it paid. I know I'm about to generate some commissions online. I know it, I feel it, I taste it, I see it. I know that I'm about to win this raffle. Like, I just know it. It's because you have that unwavering faith. Although you don't see it, you just know that it's yours already. Another quote is, I say this from time to time, anything that you want to accomplish that's great in this lifetime is proof to you from God, sent from God beforehand, that is yours already. If it's of God, if it's of love, if of truth, if it's of goodness, greatness, happiness, if you actually want to help somebody, if you actually want to accomplish certain things so that you can provide value to people around you and for your kids' lives and for those lives of the people that are surrounded by you, and then I believe you can have anything you want to have. You just got to have discipline, persistence. You got to have perseverance to keep pushing, because it's not going to be easy, and you got to be patient. People need to stop wanting instant gratification, because it's not going to happen overnight. Things come with work. In the very beginning of the Bible, there was work. And that's why I always relate back to the Bible, because it's the truth. Whether you want to believe it or not, it's the truth. And the test of time has proven to you the things in which you need to do in order to receive the things that you want to receive. And at the end of the day, we as human beings through generations have been brainwashed, I would say, taught in a different manner based on just the ways of the world, man. And if we go back to the text and go back and study those before us, who are leaders, and it shows you, like, this is what you need to do, and you're either gonna do it or you're not gonna do it. And at the end of the day, it's up to you. You know what I mean? And yeah, it's hard. It is hard for you to make those changes, but at the end of the day, my favorite motto is, it ain't nothing to it but to do it. So at the end of the day, you either gonna do it or you're not gonna do it. So I just wanted to come and talk to you guys about that. The dimensions: up, down, left, right, in and out. And you really just want to do a challenge. Test it out for yourself. You know what I mean? I've done it. I look back and see I look back and see when it has worked and when it hasn't worked. And I know it works. So I'm on the journey, and I want you guys to be on the journey too, because I want you guys to start living a better life. I want you guys to start being prosperous. And get what you deserve, man. Get what you deserve. And that's another thing. You're gonna get what you deserve. If you're always in distress and worrying about how something's gonna get paid, or worrying about how something's gonna happen, let it go. Because at the end of the day, that's what you're gonna get, because that's what you deserve. That's what you've been allowing yourself to enter into your inner being. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, really focus on the way you think, and just know that anything is possible. Anything is possible. If it's already been proven to work and it's already been proven, then don't give up. Just keep knowing that your time is coming. Keep emphatically, which means in a forceful way, without a doubt, definitely keep pushing. Keep taking consistent actions to get towards the goal you want to accomplish, or whatever it is that you want to attain in your life, as far as abundance and prosperity and enjoying the life that you have here on this earth. Because I think I forgot who said it, but he said, I heard a quote and it really stuck out to me. He said, life itself is God's gift to us, but the quality of the life we live and what we do with that life is our gift to God. So I really encourage you to take full advantage of this life that you have here. Explore, experiment, definitely reach your full potential. And I'm telling you, man, it's marvelous. I've really been focusing on mindset lately, and I'm really learning a lot in how to control the mind. And if you feel some value to this, or you could think back to a time when you realized how you were so focused and everything was working out, then something happened to where you lost focus, whether it was an old friend you invited back into your life, or you just started hanging around the wrong people, or just started noticing how you just started falling off, and then later on you realized that that this is true, the law of attraction is true, you know what I mean? So definitely comment, shoot me a comment in the description below. Check out my blog in the description below as well. InvestWithRonnie.com. Shoot me a friend request on Facebook. That link will be in the description as well. And subscribe, man. Subscribe to the channel. I'm always posting daily content on my blog, on YouTube, just so I could definitely reach out to the fathers out there and the families, and be of inspiration to those, whether you're looking to start generating money online, or whether you just need some daily upliftings to get you through the next afternoon, the next morning, the next day, or whatever it is. I definitely want to be able to help you guys in any way, form, or fashion that I can be of assistance. So definitely connect with me. I'm very responsive, so I will be getting back to you in a timely manner. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I know it's Friday, so people gonna start acting crazy. So y'all be safe out there. And until next time, much faith to your success. It's Ronnie. Peace.